be whole in and of it yourself. I like the way that Andy Stanley says this, and I think I said it the other week. Are you the person that the person you're looking for is looking for? For those of you who are trying to find a mate.
Say that slow so that people don't miss it, because that's really good.
Yeah, okay. Are you the person that the person you're looking for is looking for? So becoming the right person, taking time to sit there and say, okay, what in me do I need to be working on so that I can come into this relationship complete and whole? It's not two halves, not my better half, not my worse half. It's we're two whole individuals.
Right.
The challenge, of course, in a marriage relationship is that it's the only relationship that shows you who you are.
That's
who
right.
you really are. You could have a roommate and hide from them.
Yeah.
You can have friends and hide from them. But your spouse, it is really hard to hide.
That's facts.
To hide who you are. You can, one of my favorite scenes from A Different World was when Whitley and Dwayne Wayne got married. And he thought Whitley just woke up put together and beautiful. And if y'all remember that episode, Whitley was waking up before him, like 30 minutes before, putting on a whole face of makeup, doing her hair, brushing her teeth, and then she just woke up.
Look at the young people looking at you like, what is a different world?
Okay, it's a TV. Listen, I know Taylor knows. It is that idea that I have to be someone else.
Right.
And in order for you to like me. And I was reading online the other day, someone posted that there are a lot of people out online who are trolling and saying things like, oh, I don't like it when women do this or women do that. And the thing is who cares what you like or dislike? I have to like me so that when I come into this relationship, I'm strong enough to understand who I am as an individual. And then if you don't like me, then that's okay. Because one of the things I need you to be able to do is to admire me for me.
Right.
I was reading over some notes and I forgot to put it in here, but some of us are dating somebody right now who is only lusting for you.
Come on, that's good.
They don't admire you as a person. They just lust after you. And Jesus said that is a sin.
Yeah.
And we do that in our minds before we ever act on it. So there is somebody who is sitting there going, I think you're hot to try. But they don't like you as a person.
That was very old school.
Was it old school?
Yeah.
I was trying to keep it PG. Pastor Marvin, that was too old school.
Like the Commodores.
The Commodores old school? Well, you know, Lionel
Yeah, the
Richie's
Commodores are
on
old
the
school.
show with the
Yeah, but he ain't singing no more. With the
asking
afro
his opinion. I
and the
don't
bell
know.
bottom. Okay.
Marriage is the only relationship that really shows you who you are. Iron can sharpen iron, which is also in Proverbs, or you can walk in a ever-present state of offense. So one of the things that comes up a lot of times, and I was just reminded of it in the bumper that you created. Didn't Pastor B do a great job on that bumper? He did that all by himself. He's so creative.
It's my new side hustle in case anybody needs some help,
if you need
whatever, just hit me up. Hit me in my DMs.
Okay, I don't want
got
people
you.
all in your DMs. That's not
Business.
helpful. Anyway, one of the phrases that he put on there was added tongue-in-cheek, wives submit to your husbands. Because a lot of times we get that twisted, and we'll spend more time in Bible study this week and the next few weeks because it's Women's History Month in March, and we're going to talk about women in the New Testament.
I love celebrating the sisters. I love it. Seriously.
But I want to point out the verse, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
If your spouse is not able to really be themselves around you, or you're not able to be yourself around them because you're afraid that they're going to be offended by anything you do and say, then you're not iron sharpening iron. You're like, you got to be a cotton ball, and they get to be iron.
Right.
And that is one of the things that I think in our culture that we misunderstand God's word about. When God says iron sharpens iron, and in your marriage relationship, you're going to see really intimately who this person is, then you've got to both bring your whole A game with you. And I think that's one of the things that we miss. But in becoming the right person, you've got to understand know ahead of time, what are your triggers that are going to make you offended and how that's going to affect the other person. And that's important.
Yeah.
And there's some proverbs about offense.
A lot of them.
I'm sure you've got them.
I don't have them. They're probably highlighted, but
probably highlighted.
I didn't bookmark it, so I can't give them. I told you, you're smarter than me.
No.
You wait, listen, Professor. That's a good point about becoming the person. We are not the same people we were when we first met, right?
No.
But that's a good thing, and here's what I mean by that, and I'm just gonna say it. I'm better because of you. And I began to discover, because guess what? I wasn't a husband until I married you. So now I had to learn how to become a good husband. I had to kind of put away some images of husbands in my lineage, right? Because if we just look at the models we've had growing up, yeah, and no slight on any of our parents who are probably watching or other family members, but we had to kind of take what we thought was good and what was applicable to what we wanted, because we were talking about, we had a plan for our marriage.
Yeah,
we knew the kind of marriage we wanted. We knew the kind of parents we wanted to be. We literally had a plan. And so in part of the plan, I became, and I'm still becoming. I'm not there yet. I have to learn what it's like now to be married to Dr. Erica Santiago. Like, you might be walking around with your airs on, like, do you address me? The doctor has entered the building. Is my coffee ready?
Y'all know how I feel about titles, so yeah.
Yeah, but this is a different title. You don't like title First Lady, but Doctor you might embrace a little bit. Only lady. Look, let's see, I told y'all saw that? That wasn't a definitive no. But the point I'm making is, I'm better because of you, not just as a husband, but as a person. Right? Because part of part of fulfilling my purpose required a partnership. It didn't necessarily require a marriage, but it required a partnership. And so what I see first in our marriage is our partnership. So I'm better not because we're married, I'm better because you're my partner. Does that make sense?
I would agree.
And I would say, well, I won't say it. You should say the same thing.
I said I agree.
No, you should say the same thing for you. Like,
oh, that I'm better because
Yeah.
you're my. I'm sorry. He wants me to be real clear.
I'm joking. I'm just.
But no, that's true. You should, as a couple, and this goes with any of your relationships, you should be better off because of the relationships you have with people.